do not understand the things I've been given in the life.
Listen.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dev back again for another first listen. Please ain't. Today we're gonna talk about Mr. K.R.I.T. Big K.R.I.T. A lot of y'all asked me why I didn't, react to his album and whatnot, and y'all gotta understand, man. When I do this music stuff, there's music that comes out literally every hour of the day, and I can't get all to it. I'm only one person, so I do listen to music on my own time, and there's some stuff that I actually put on video, and you guys just gotta understand that and respect that. But Big K.R.I.T's album, when I did my top 10 albums of the year, Big K.R.I.T's album was on there. It was number 5, or I think I put him at 6 or 5. Either or, it didn't matter. The top 10 albums were my top 10 albums. So when I listened to Big K.R.I.T's album, I gotta tell you that it was amazing. From start to finish, it was very long, and you know how I feel about long albums, and I didn't think, he was going to be able to keep up that momentum throughout the album, but as I listened to it, man, from start to finish, he had a little bit of everything, whether it was him speaking, unconscious rap, speaking from his side, his experiences growing up in life, or, just having a fun track. He had jazzy sounds all over the place. It had that southern vibe. I definitely love what he did with the album. But what this video is about right here is about why Big K.R.I.T is underrated. Yes, I did say why is he underrated. I think a lot of people got to understand, man, as a fan, I think you got to understand, because I was the same way with Lupe Fiasco. I said Lupe. Lupe Fiasco. You got to understand, man, like yes, you are a fan of Lupe Fiasco. You are a fan of Big K.R.I.T. But, you're not thinking of the masses. You're only thinking from your mindset. You're only thinking of what you feel and what you like and what you love about your artist. And you tend to go on like, no, he's not slept on, he's not underrated. But I have to tell you, yes, man, the man is heavily underrated, and he's one of the rappers, one of the real rappers we have left in the game, and he gets overlooked every day. Reason being is because the different era we're in. You got to understand, man, like the state of hip hop and rap right now. Just music all around from back in the day has grown in popularity, but has dropped in quality, if that makes any sense at all. I feel like rappers nowadays, like people in hip hop before, it was all about having that quality, all about bringing your soul and bringing to what you've gone through, and putting it into poetic justice, putting it on paper, giving people your experiences through music. And I felt like a lot of people, were more about the respect back in the day than it is now. A lot of people now, they're just worried about the money, going to get that bag. I don't think that's a problem. I do think you should be rewarded based on how popular you are and, how much influence you bring to the table. But I think a lot of, rappers these days now, they're just worried about, when's their next check. How many tracks do I need to do right here to get this album? Because everybody wants to flaunt, everybody wants that clout. That's what the thing is. Nobody's really worried about the art anymore. But when it comes to rappers like Kendrick Lamar, I think Kendrick Lamar has kind of mastered that art, where mixing in commercial with his lyricism, his real music. He knows that it's not gonna fly. Him just putting a straight conscious album. Actually, to be honest, if Kendrick did it, it would fly just because of where Kendrick is in hip hop right now, being quoted the best, and that's very debatable, but him being the best right now, in the past decade, he's definitely one of the biggest hip hop artists we've had in a while. But I feel like if it was any other artist coming up, trying to give you real raw music, it's just a sound that no one really wants to hear. Everybody wants to hear this hype trap music. We're in a trap era. Or everybody wants to hear that pop music that's played at EDM festivals. I mean, that's just the way it is. I think another problem I can see with K.R.I.T, where a lot of people don't understand, is it's southern music, man. It's that country. It's that country trap, man. You gotta think about artists back in the day, that he influences from. Big Boy, Scarface, Andre 3000, Ludacris. Who else we have from? David Banner, P.D. Pablo. Artists like that. When I was growing up, man, the South was running it. Everybody thinks, you can actually argue that Atlanta is still kind of running the hip hop rap scene, with artists like Future and Young Thug, and you got Metro Boomin and Southside, all those big producers out there. You could still say, but it's just a different wave. It's just a different era, man. Back in the day, you had those real hard-hitting artists from the South showing you that this sound, artists from the South, it was very country. It was very well known throughout the rap game. Oh, I even forgot about T.I., man. There was There were so many artists back in the day that had a great influence on, you know, artists like K.R.I.T today. But the thing is, no one's here for that sound anymore. You know, K.R.I.T has a select following, but that's exactly what he has, a select following. It's nothing bigger than that. You can say he has about, you know, I give K.R.I.T, he has about 200,000 fans. But what's 200,000 Big K.R.I.T fans to 10 million Lil Pump fans? You see what I'm saying? Yes, you will have those 200,000 stans that will defend K.R.I.T to the end. They will, you know, praise his music and blah, 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 and say it's God's gift. Look, I was the same way when Lupe Fiasco came up. You know, I felt like he was in the wrong era. I felt like Lupe Fiasco was 8 years above his time. Like, he was just in the wrong era. And you had big hitters like Lil Wayne where you couldn't really get past that. Lil Wayne and even Jay-Z. But even Jay-Z was getting overthrown by Lil Wayne at the time. You know, when your buzz is so big, there's a certain sound that the masses want to hear. And it's just not Big K.R.I.T. I think right now Big K.R.I.T isn't underrated. He's just overlooked. I think that's the better word for it. And this is not, it sucks too, because if you think about it, there's not really much Big K.R.I.T can do to alter his raps or alter his sounds. Because first of all, that's his accent. That's how he's gonna rap. That's where he's influenced from. It's the music he's bringing to you. That Negro spiritual shit. It's what he's bringing to the table. And when he speaks, there's only so much you can do. I said, when you speak about your life and you speak about your experiences, no one's gonna look through that. But I mean, he's doing that and he's still getting overlooked. He got snubbed. He didn't get any recommendations for his album. His album was probably one of the top hip-hop rap albums of the year, and it just got overlooked. Like, it got snubbed. It didn't get any Grammy nominations. It didn't get any nominations for anything, come to think about it. And people just continuously sleep on K.R.I.T because his sound isn't the flavor of the month no more. It's not the flavor of the year, the flavor of the era. If you're not making anything like that sounds like a SoundCloud rapper, has that trap beat, then you're just not going to make it in this music industry. Let me rephrase that. You're going to make it in the music industry, but that's all you're going to be. You're going to be an artist to your fans. And I think sometimes as fans, we get a little bit selfish with our artists. You know, we like, yeah, we want him to stay the same. We want him to stay, you know, be consistent with the music you've been providing us. Keep up with that real stuff. And what people don't understand is, yeah, I mean, yes, your artist can keep making the music that got him to where he was, and, you know, keep his integrity, and, you know, and integrity and character is important to a lot. To not saying like half of the hip hop artists we have in the game today. So they really care about their music, and they, you know, money can mean nothing to them. You know, we all need a certain amount of money to live, but you don't need a lot of it to live. You know, it's a balance. So I think that, you know, when we as fans say that, yeah, keep making this music like this, he's not gonna grow. He's not gonna blow up. And who are we as fans to say, like, look, K.R.I.T, we understand that, you know, you're making this album and it's fire from track 1 to track 18, and, you know, you're speaking conscious stuff and lyrical, and it has this southern vibe, and, you know, it's what we love about you. You know, it makes you Big K.R.I.T. But if you want to grow and you want to do other things and you want to be out there, I wouldn't say it's really selling yourself. I really say it's just being versatile. A lot of people hate on Drake. Perfect example. A lot of people hate on Drake for what he does when he makes these, you know, pop style tracks and the Caribbean style tracks. But all Drake is doing is he's expanding his music. He's trying to get out there. He's trying to be bigger than this artist that everybody has labeled him as, this rapper. His punchline, you know, because he was, you know, Drake was already versatile back in the day, you know, being a somewhat punchline rapper, and also being a singer, not a full-blown singer, but, you know, singing just to get by. You know, the masses loved it, and, you know, they loved Drake for it because he would implement that in his albums. But I feel like Drake said, let me just try something different and, you know, give the world something different, and he's become this bigger artist. Like, it's okay if you want to, you know, stay that underground artist. I have respect for people like that. Perfect example for that, MF Doom. You're you know, pure underground artist, not looking for the clout. He's just out here rapping. He's here for the art. He's here for the culture, and he understands that. He's accepted that. And I said that once you love yourself, once you accept and you know your worth and you know what you want to do, that's all that matters. Then you can give yourself to others. So if Big K.R.I.T wants to be the artist that he is, it's perfectly fine. You know, I'm just saying how I feel and why he's overlooked. But if he wants to be a bigger artist, I'm sorry, man, that sound's just not gonna do it nowadays. It is what it is. Let me know in the comments below how y'all feel about it, man. If y'all, y'all are K.R.I.T fans. I wouldn't say I'm a full-blown K.R.I.T like fan, but I am I do appreciate his music from time to time. I do like listening to him. He is very refreshing, gives me a nostalgia feel. Gives me, like I said, gives me that old school feel. Andre 3000 is my favorite rapper ever, and next to Lupe Fiasco, so I definitely love that sound. Being from the South as well. We all live in different regions, so the North, like New York and North had different sounds. The West Coast raps, it was all different. So if y'all are a fan of Big K.R.I.T, let me know if y'all think that he should change or he should just continue what he's doing. If you think it's working for him, if you want him to keep his character, keep his integrity, or should he just start experimenting in other things and other sounds in order to expand his music career. Just let me know, man. I'm gonna start doing more topics like this, probably keep it like till once a week, stuff like that, just to give a little change into the channel and give me a chance to talk. I do love to talk, not just listen to the music, but actually talk about the music. So just drop a like, let me know if y'all feeling this, and till the next time, this has been your boy Dev. Don't forget, follow me on social media, let me know what y'all want to hear, and till the next time, we out.